Imagine you spent your whole life thinking you owned a pet. Then one day, a scientist looks you dead in the eyes and says, "No, you are the pet. You have always been the pet. Your cat has been managing you this entire time, under the assumption that you are just a very large, very stupid cat who cannot clean yourself properly and needs help with food." That is not a joke. That is the conclusion of actual peer-reviewed research. Your cat does not see you as their owner. They do not see you as a human being. They do not understand what a human being is. They see you as a cat, a massive, clumsy, bizarre-smelling cat who walks on two legs, cannot jump properly, and somehow always forgets when it is dinner time. And every single thing your cat has ever done to you makes complete and perfect sense the moment you understand this. Welcome to your life, seen from your cat's eyes. It is not what you think.
Chapter 1. The Science That Started Everything. Let's start with where this idea actually comes from, because it did not come from the internet. It came from one of the world's leading cat behavior researchers. Dr. John Bradshaw spent decades studying domestic cat behavior at the University of Bristol, and after years of observation, experiments, and research, he arrived at a conclusion that nobody in the scientific community was expecting. Cats treat humans exactly the way they treat other cats. Not similarly, not approximately, exactly. The behaviors cats use with humans, the slow blink, the head bump, the tail up greeting, the kneading, the bringing of gifts, the grooming, are all behaviors that cats use exclusively with other cats in their social world. These are not behaviors adapted for humans. They are cat-to-cat behaviors being applied to you.
Bradshaw's conclusion was clear. Cats do not have a separate behavioral category for humans. They have one category for social companions that they like, and you are in it as a cat. And here is where it gets genuinely funny. If you are a cat in your cat's eyes, you are a very confusing one. You do almost nothing correctly. You walk on two legs, which is structurally bizarre. You cannot jump to the top of the refrigerator. You sleep for only 8 hours, which to a cat is frankly embarrassing. You cannot fit through small spaces. Your ears do not move, and you communicate almost entirely through a series of loud mouth sounds that mean very little. Your cat has accepted all of this about you. They have decided you are worth keeping anyway. This is either very generous of them, or the bar for cat friendship is very low.
Chapter 2. How your cat tries to teach you to be a better cat. Here is where this gets really interesting, because your cat does not just see you as a cat. Your cat sees you as a cat who needs help, a bad hunter, poorly coordinated, dangerously dependent, and they have taken it upon themselves to fix this. The gifts are the most obvious example. We talked about gift giving before. The toy at your feet, the sock carried across the apartment, the occasional real prey if your cat goes outside. We said it was love. It is love, but it is also something else. It is a hunting lesson. Mother cats teach their kittens to hunt by bringing them prey, first dead, then injured, then alive. It is a curriculum, and your cat, watching you struggle to open the food cabinet, watching you fail to catch anything, watching you survive entirely on things delivered in bags by other humans, has concluded that you desperately need this curriculum.
They are not giving you a gift. They are giving you your first lesson. They have been waiting for you to improve. You have not improved. They keep trying. The grooming is the other major lesson. When your cat licks your hand, your hair, your face, this is not just affection. Between cats, grooming is a social bonding behavior, but it also has a practical function. Cats groom each other in places they cannot reach themselves. They maintain each other's cleanliness as a social responsibility. Your cat has assessed your grooming situation and found it inadequate. You do not groom yourself nearly enough by cat standards. You do it wrong. You use water, which is insane, and you completely ignore your ears and the back of your head. Your cat is trying to help. They are covering the spots you missed.
Chapter 3. Why your cat meows at you, but not at other cats. Here is the detail that locks everything together. Cats do not meow at other cats. Adult cats in the wild use meowing almost never. It is a kitten behavior used to communicate with mothers.
Adult cats communicate with each other through scent, body language, and a small range of vocalizations that are nothing like the meowing your cat does at you. So why do they meow at you constantly? Because you do not understand anything else. Your cat tried the normal cat communication first. They slow blinked at you. You stared back blankly. They held their tail up in greeting. You did not reciprocate. They rubbed their face on your leg to deposit their scent. You wiped your leg off on the carpet.
None of it worked. You understood nothing. So they invented something new, a simplified, exaggerated, loud vocalization system designed specifically for the one social companion in their life who cannot read normal signals. They developed a language for you from scratch because you needed one. Think about the patience this required. Your cat watched you fail to understand their signals, adjusted, tried new signals, watched you fail again, adjusted again, kept refining until they find something that worked. They did not give up on you. They did not decide you were too difficult to communicate with. They built a bridge from their world to yours, entirely on their side, because they wanted to reach you badly enough to do the work. You are not their owner. You are their project, their slightly hopeless, deeply loved, endlessly worked on project.
Chapter 4. The behaviors that only make sense now. Once you understand that your cat sees you as a cat, everything they do becomes suddenly perfectly logical. Let me run through the ones that confused you the most. The slow blink. You thought this was your cat being sleepy or content. It is a greeting, a friendly signal between cats that means, I see you, I am not a threat, I am glad you are here. Your cat is greeting you the way they would greet a cat they liked. Every slow blink is a hello from one cat to another. The head bump. This is called bunting, and cats do it to other cats they consider part of their social group. They are mixing their scent with yours, creating a shared group scent, making you smell like you belong together. In cat society, smelling like each other is the deepest form of social acceptance. Your cat is making you officially part of the group. You are being inducted, whether you wanted to be or not.
Bringing you to the food bowl. Your cat walks to their food bowl, looks at you, walks back, looks at you, walks to the bowl again. You thought this was manipulation. It is not manipulation. It is an invitation. Cats who trust each other share feeding locations. Your cat is inviting you to eat with them. They are confused why you keep declining. They are also slightly offended. Sitting on your chest while you sleep. In cat colonies, members sleep in physical contact with trusted companions. Body heat, safety in numbers. Your cat sleeping on you is not them being inconsiderate of your breathing. It is them doing exactly what cats do with their closest companions. You are the warmest, safest sleeping spot available. You are also their person. These two facts are equally important.
Chapter 5. What kind of cat they think you are. This is the chapter that is going to make you slightly self-conscious for the rest of your life. Your cat has a complete assessment of you, not as a human, as a cat. They have categorized you, given you a rank in their social world, formed opinions about your competence, your reliability, your usefulness, and your personality. And based on your behavior, they have made some very specific conclusions. You are a high-ranking cat. This is good news. In cat social structures, the cat who controls the food, the shelter, and the territory holds the highest position. You control all of these things. You are, by objective cat metrics, extremely powerful. You are also deeply incompetent in ways that concern them. You cannot hunt. You sleep in dangerous positions, flat on your back, completely exposed, for hours.
You invite strangers into the territory constantly without properly vetting them first. You make loud sounds for no clear reason. You have no tail, which makes your emotional state almost completely unreadable. The no-tail situation genuinely bothers them. A cat's tail is their primary emotional communication tool. You have removed yours entirely. You are essentially walking around with your face covered. Your cat has no idea how you are feeling at any given moment, and they find this deeply stressful. Your cat has also ranked you against every other human in the household. If you live with other people, your cat has a clear hierarchy. One person is their primary attachment, their person. The others are secondary, and this ranking is based entirely on cat logic.
Who feeds them most consistently? Who respects their space? Who initiates interaction on the cat's terms rather than forcing it? Who sits quietly, without sudden movements,
By cat standards, the calmest, most consistent, most patient person in the house wins. Congratulations, or condolences, depending on where you landed. You are not a cat owner.
You are a cat, a large, tailless, nutritionally dependent, emotionally unreadable cat who cannot hunt and sleeps all wrong and makes too much noise, and somehow, despite all of this, was chosen by an animal that did not have to choose you, by an animal that operates on pure instinct and self-interest and ancient wild logic, and still looked at you and decided, this one, this bizarre, clumsy, tailless creature who needs constant feeding and cannot fit through a cat door, this one is mine. Your cat is not tolerating a human. They are bonded to their favorite cat in the world, the worst cat they have ever met, the most incompetent cat in the building, their cat, you. Tell me in the comments, what is the most cat thing you have ever done that your cat approved of? I want to know. And send this to someone who thinks their cat sees them as an owner. They need to find out the truth. See you in the next one.